Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Monster Tamer Showcase, the segment on this channel where we sort of casually go over new Monster Tamer games. Now, if you're not into these unscripted type of videos, feel free to check out some of our video essays. I got essays going over the various aspects of Kindred Fates, Temtem, Coromon, Monster Crown, etc. I have many more planned as well, but these videos are more like an introductory to a new game that we will be covering in more depth in the future, and it sort of gives my initial reactions to some of the trailers and whatnot, as well as sort of lets you guys, I guess, just see the game for the first time and maybe spread awareness to a game that hasn't had quite the awareness that it deserves. So I think this is one of those examples. This is Abomi Nation, a game by Orange Pylon Games, and yeah, let's check it out. I'm gonna start playing the trailer and we'll get into it. So as you can see, it's a monster collecting roguelike RPG, meaning that there's permadeath and whatnot. A lot of the monsters I found are on the sort of cutesy or almost even strange side. It ends up working in this sort of format, though. The graphics kind of remind me of like a sort of like Paper Mario. I'll show you guys as we continue, but I usually am not a fan of the more cutesy type creatures, but in this setting, it actually works. So as you can see, you actually play as the monsters themselves, so it kind of takes that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon sort of thing and lets you add a party, and then you fight with them. I'm sure someone's going to say, well, that's not a monster taming game because you're not the human, but you're still, it's got all the aspects. You're still using a party. You're still, battling. There's even turn-based battle. And like I said, there's permadeath and stuff, but look at the graphics here. It definitely looks like, it sort of reminds me of Paper Mario, like I was saying. And what's really interesting is that there's an ever-changing island, so it's randomly generated. The island's always changing. No playthrough is going to be exactly the same. You can customize each run, so you can either turn permadeath on or off. You can have level scaling, or I guess different aspects of level scaling. Randomization, there's different aspects of that. There's apparently the ability to prevent duplicates. There's a lot of stuff here. See, as you can see, they're sort of changing the settings. So level scaling is brutal, so it's a harder playthrough. It's really interesting, and they do have a demo on Steam, which I'm going to do a separate video, maybe even a stream going over that. I haven't decided quite yet what I want to do with that aspect of it, but it's really interesting that they have all these different ways that you could play this game. Here we get a glimpse of the turn-based battles. They got kind of the same sort of view as Monster Crown, where it's like to the front and there's a monster on each side. So yeah, that was the just a demo trailer. There's also trailers going over the different themes, but what's interesting about those trailers is not just music. It shows some gameplay, so we're going to go over those as well. But yeah, so Abomi Nation is sort of like it's a mix between like Mystery Dungeon, Paper Mario, Pokemon. It seems really interesting, and like I said before, this kind of goes against everything that I typically like in terms of like designs. Like usually I like the more rugged kind of designs, but I guess it's the way the world is stylized. They fit perfectly. Like there's a few of these little guys that I'd like playing with. I'm trying to find the one. I mean, I still kind of like the more rugged versions of these. Like, hold on. Yeah, like him. I'm going to use him. There's another one. There's another one that I saw. I'll use this guy. Let's go. Let's go. I'll use a freaking mountain. It's fine. Yeah, some of these guys, like I'll use this guy right here. But yeah, that's my point. My point is that the designs are very different. But, like, the game looks really sharp. Like, I have to say, especially, this is a solo dev project, by the way. The game looks really sharp for a solo dev project, for sure. So, and I wouldn't mind using this guy. He looks pretty cool. But we're going to move on to the next This is the Plains theme, so let's check it out. So they just kind of show the music, but they also show some gameplay footage. That's why I thought this was kind of interesting. I'm not gonna sit here and spam the entire video for you guys, but I don't wanna make my video just a collection of their videos. But yeah, like there's a lot of just things that I would not expect a solo dev to be able to do on their own. As you can see that you have the party system on the side. I'm guessing when you have 6, you'll have like a Serialum level of Congo line going on. But you can see more battles here. Oh, here we go. This is the summary screen. So you got your abilities. You have the type matchups. So we can see water is weak to what looks like grass, electricity. I'm not sure what type that is. And then it takes less damage from what looks like to be earth or rock, water itself, fire. It's interesting to say the least. Then you have you got stamina, so mana, stamina, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed, stuff you'd expect. They also have natures. I'm not sure if they have IVs in this game. Actually, no, you know what? I believe they don't. I believe I spoke to the dev and he said, no, there are not IVs in this game. I'll have to double check that. I'll leave it in the comments if I was wrong, but I'm almost positive he said, no, there's not. So that's something that I totally like. Like, I think more games should do that. But let's move on to the next one. Mountain theme. It also gives you a look at some of the different biomes. Got some battles going on here. Definitely an interesting looking area. So that's the mountain, and then we got the tundra. I'll use this guy on my team. Why not? If I see one. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's called plant types. This is a plant and lightning type. Interesting type combination for sure. And then this Circicle here is a ice type. I actually really like the theme. It's kind of catchy. I want to see more populated areas. So it looks like when you defeat something, its soul gets freed. So I wonder how that's gonna work out in terms of the in-game story and whatnot. It's interesting. Yeah, there's a few of these guys that you have to fight in this area, but yeah, those are pretty much the 3 main videos. They did do a video revealing This I forget its name. It's like an onion that has like different forms based on whether or not it watches one of its allies die. I covered that in the Monster Tamer news segment yesterday. So if that interests you guys, check it out. But yeah, I honestly think that this game, like, I think it's a situation like Cassette Beast, where I usually don't like designs that have too much to do with inanimate objects, like in Cassette Beast. But Cassette Beast does something, like, and I'm not an artist, so I'm not going to pretend to have all of the information as to why it makes me feel this way. But Cassette Beast also does something with the monsters that makes them sort of fit and makes you appreciate them despite that. Like if Pokemon had a Pokemon that was based off of, like, for example, there's an onion, one of these monsters. If Pokemon had that, you'd be like, oh, that's stupid because it doesn't feel right in the world. But in this game, where all the monsters are sort of all the monsters sort of feel natural, like the world feels like a natural habitat to the monsters, it fits. Same with Cassette Beast. Cassette Beast seems like kind of a strange world where these monsters almost seem sort of surreal, and they fit that theme. They fit the theme of cassettes and you know, with like plastic type and this and that. So I think this game kind of does the same thing. And if I'm being quite honest, I think that it's criminal that this game hasn't had more attention. Like it seems to have some really interesting mechanics, especially the customization aspect. And I don't know what else to say. Like, if you do like it, please spread the word. Like, check it out. There's a demo on Steam, which I'll link in the description. I'll be playing at a future date. But if you're like me and you generally don't like the cutesy monsters, still give it a try. Check it out. Like try to give it a chance. Like, if you're more of like a, you know, like a dragon kind of guy like me. But the monsters just seem to fit. I don't know how to explain it. But before I ramble on too much, yeah, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Like I said, make sure to check out Abomi Nation on Steam. Join our subscriber Discord. The dev's in there, so if you want to ask any questions, feel free. And until next time, peace.